Hey everybody, Stephanie here, live from the Burnsville Roses parking lot. I apologize I did not get any lives out yesterday. It was a little crazy. We really had a great day yesterday. We got a lot of inventory out. We're getting a lot of things sorted, so we are catching up. Today is equally amazing. We have, folks are lined up. We're getting them loaded up. We had a great blessing today. Samaritan's Purse has sent volunteers to us today. So we have about 15 or 20 folks in orange with Samaritan's Purse that are helping us load cars and really knocking it all out. So I'm very thankful for that. It's really crazy here now. So just so y'all can hear me and I don't get distracted, I have to hide in my car. So I hope you don't mind, because that's what's happening. I know a lot of y'all have seen some videos and everybody's really worried. So I'm just going to tell you what happened. We did have a situation last night here in the Roses parking lot. We did have a black helicopter circle the parking lot 3 times. And it appeared that he was looking to come down and land. The real problem is there was no place for him to land. It appeared that he was going to land on my Hummer or on our tent. That was, is kind of like our little, a place for us to get out of the sun, because this sun has been baking. We prayed for no rain and God has heard our prayers. We've had steady sunshine. That's why I'm peeling a little bit, because I am burnt up, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're very thankful. So, so the helicopter did come over, our staging area, and it did tilt in a direction that absolutely annihilated half of our distribution center. Our medical tent went flying. Our food tent went flying. Just so many tents absolutely went flying. I believe they got them all back. We had volunteers here, and boy, they were mad. They were mad. Our first and let me back up. We don't know who it was in the helicopter. It was an unmarked helicopter, which I'm understanding is very unusual. And so we don't know who they were, what their intentions were. We don't know if it was intentional, and we don't know if it was accidental. And so that did happen here. And we just put it back together, and we're just handing out supplies and food today. Because if it was an accident, well, accidents happen. It's okay. If it was intentional, it don't scare me. We're not going to stop feeding this community. We're not going to stop getting the supplies out in this community, no matter what. Okay? You better bring something bigger than a helicopter, because it didn't scare me. Okay? But I'm certain it was accidental. Who would ever want to come and disrupt a community distribution site, and do things like that? Nobody would ever want to do that. So I'm certain that it was an accident, because we're just feeding and supplying our community here. So I just wanted y'all to know. I know I'm getting a lot of messages about it and a lot of things like that. And so we have already rebuilt from it. We were rebuilt from it within hours. We have the most amazing volunteers here getting stuff. We're really organized today. Y'all saw my pictures from yesterday. It was pretty chaotic, the amount of stuff we had to get sorted and get in the sections, so we've got each tent. Y'all have seen it as in sections. So we're really moving along there, and things are really, really looking great. I'm real excited that our everybody in town, I'm really hoping, and I do believe everybody's going to start working together. It's been very overwhelming for everybody that's trying to help on how to do things and get things together. They're working right now very diligently to get a clothing. No, Nate, I don't believe they did, because there was cars there. So no, I don't think that was it. I don't think that was it. That was the county had actually set this up as there was one helicopter landed there, a sightseeing helicopter landed there, and immediately the county come over and said, this is not a landing zone. You're not landing here. So no, that was already designated a no landing zone. So we're just saying that was an accident for now. Otherwise, things are really great. I want to talk to y'all about my intentions, my next, my thoughts are today. I believe by the end of the day, we're going to have this thing organized enough so that we can figure out the next step of donations. Okay. What I really need to continue getting into the community is I need some, cooktop stoves, right? So remember, most of this place does not have power. So I need cooktop stoves with those little propane tanks. I need the propane tanks like what you cook on your main grill with. So a lot of our community is cooking on their grill, but their tanks are almost empty. So I need tanks, little tanks, and then the bigger grill size tanks. I also need generators. That's still a thing. We definitely are still hauling generators. And then I know a lot of people are working on getting clothing donations and things together. If you and your church are going to start preparing clothing donations, I was thinking maybe we could do it in a way that if you have a box or a tote, and if you could organize that in a way, pretty please, that is, okay, this is, 2T girl or size 8 boy or 32 men or large men. So categorize it for me in a way that we can get it to this new distribution location that is offsite. It is not. It's going to be operated by the county, and that is going to be fully for clothing. So we are in the process of hauling all of our clothing there, so that can be sorted and distributed in those categories. But I feel like for future gathering, anything that you're doing in your community, which we are so thankful for, if you could organize it in that way, I think that will be significant in helping the volunteers here make sure that as folks are coming in, that their needs are met. They're like, I need a boy, size 7. Booyah, we got a box with boy size 7 clothes, shoes, anything like that. I think that would be great. If you're making boxes, if you could put some games, card games in there, something for the kids to keep them busy, because there have been some parents that are saying, hey, our kids are, the hardest part is the kids are so bored and I have all this work to do. So I think that would be really great. Sorry, you're not gonna. Anyway, so what else? We got that. I should have made a list. I tell y'all I need to make a list, and then there's no list. Water is good right now. I have a ton of water. So at this time, hold for me on water, okay? Logan, you need to take the clothes to the old Burnsville School gym. They're there. They just are now opening that up, setting that up, getting that sorted. So we're taking all clothing to the old Burnsville School gym in downtown Burnsville. That's where that's being set up. So right now we have our 2 enclosed locations. My plan for the end of the week is actually to be operating out of those. So we've got one completely full. We've got one almost full. One of my volunteers is asking for shelving to organize that. I think we're going to have to do that in a unique way. Maybe I need like some 2x4s, with bricks to build me some shelving. We're not going to get anything metal and professional up in here in time. The building's almost basically full. So, but, we have a couple weeks. It is very normal for this area. I'm about to die. It's getting hot in here. It's very normal for this area for us to get our first real cold snap. And even snow by Halloween. So we don't have a ton of time to really prepare for the cold weather that's going to be coming. Now, our hard months here in the winter really are January, February, March. That's when we get the snow, the heavy stuff. Anytime it's snowing in October, it's a nice light flurry, but it does get incredibly cold. Sometimes it's warm, but sometimes it's incredibly cold. So we definitely want to be ready for that. I've heard a cold snap is coming. You know, historically, 15 years being here, what I've experienced is what I'm going off of. Typically, it's super cold. We get our first serious one by Halloween. So I want to be ready for that. What else? One of the big problems we're having here, as you can imagine, is we don't have any bathrooms. So the town's septic system or sewer system was compromised. And so we've been operating out of the parking lot with buckets. So I'm definitely praying for porta-johns to come in. Our local porta-john guy was in an area that I believe was damaged. And so we got to get some of those in here still. I'd love some hand washing stations. I really like to wash my hands. It makes me very happy. We do have one station, I believe, that is set up so that they can do laundry down in the the Go Grocery parking lot. If we could get another portable laundry station, that would be wonderful. I am also almost out of clothes. I cannot wash clothes at my house either. So I would love some clean socks. I'm in my last pair of clean socks today. So we're working on that. That would be great if anybody can help me with that. What else? I love y'all. I can't thank you enough for the support and the love that you have sent to my community and to the mountains in general, because it's not just here in Yancey and Mitchell County that is so devastated, but places everywhere. And I've just been so thankful for all the love and all the community support from everywhere in the country. Y'all sending us stuff. Y'all showed up and showed out. Y'all filled up a Rose's parking lot with stuff. Y'all came and unloaded it. You've came and helped haul things to people. I just can't thank you enough. It has been like the most amazing thing to be part of. I'm very thankful to be part of it. So I just someone said we had to give this operation a name. Look, I'm just Mountain Fabulous trying to take care of my community. So if we're gonna name it, it's gonna be like Mountain Fabulous Loves. You know, I don't know. I just want to keep feeding and getting supplies to the people that need it, and they need it. They need it. Okay, so I know a lot of y'all saw the helicopter footage. I know a lot of y'all are worried about it. I'm not gonna say I'm not worried about it. It doesn't scare me. What bothers me is my daughter was here. And my daughter was traumatized. So I don't, that's the only problem I have with it. So Sid may not be here for a little bit. Y'all may not see her around because it was very traumatizing for her. Because she felt like it was going to land right on top of her. Or that the blades were going to hit the light right above my Hummer. So I need y'all to, pretty please just wrap Sid in some love, because she had a pretty rough time with that. That was the hardest part, is my kid is traumatized and my distribution site is destroyed. But we made it through that. My volunteers, man, they were on it. It was just the most incredible teamwork you can ever see. So I just want y'all to know that that we're here working for God. Okay, that's who told me to get it together and get my tail up here and start handing stuff out. That's who I work for. And anytime you work for God, the devil's going to try to get involved, and they're going to try to do some things. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We are not going to stop. We're not going to stop. Okay. We're not going to stop. Nothing is going to stop what my county is doing. I'm not the only person in my county. The county is working so hard. Our sheriffs are working so hard. Our emergency management systems are working so hard. Everybody's working so hard to just do the best they can with a disaster that we could have never, ever, ever imagined. This kind of destruction has never been seen before. I've still not been back in my favorite place. I will be waiting for that. Because once I'm done here, I'm going to need a track hoe with a grinder, and so I can start grinding logs. That's my next step. So just so y'all know, I'm not done. I'm not done. After we're done, after I feel confident that everyone is fed, or once I get everything rolling, I can hand this over to the county, which is who it's going. This has never been for me. This has always been for my community. Once the county's ready for me to say, okay, Steph, we got some people that can run these stores, because I got to get it indoors. From there, I'm going into the woods. I'm going to need some equipment, and I'm going to start cleaning my riverbanks. Okay? That's my plan. We're not going to stop. Never going to stop. I don't even know how to stop. I don't even think it's a possibility. I may need rest, and I may need help. I need a lot of help, actually. Anybody that can come and volunteer and help, I'm so thankful. I have had, so I wanted y'all to know, like day 2, I think it was about day 2, this guy pulled up, Tyler and Travis, and they had come up from Charlotte, Salisbury, Huntersville area, and it was just me and my little tent and supplies. And they said, hey, we have supplies. And I'm like, yay, that'd be great. We're handing them out. You know, I'm just so excited. That's all I want to do. I want to feed people. And those guys have stuck with me this entire time. And they have been absolute rock stars. I mean, rock stars. So now we have Mai Tai, which is my husband, and Tyler. So that's how we're kind of working that out, because everybody's on the radio. And so it's Mai Tai and Tyler. So that's how we're working that out. These guys, they just won't stop. They just don't stop, and I have been so thankful for them. There's also been another guy named Steven that has come up from, I think it's South Carolina. He's also been with us for a couple of days now. Total rock star. They are just running so hard. So I'm so thankful. So today I still, by this evening, I hope to make a decision on what my next step is, as far as, okay, now we are sorted and we are organized. So how can we get to the next level to allow distributions, donations to start coming in again, and how I can organize them to keep them going. But ultimately, I cannot be in this parking lot much longer in an open air situation. Number one, because we have dumbass helicopter pilots that don't see a parking lot full of people and goods and cars, and also because winter's coming, and I need to be able to protect the donations that you've sent and make sure that we're getting that in people's hands. So that's going to continue to remain a moving situation, and I will keep making those decisions as it evolves and as God tells me exactly what to do, because that's who I work for. Okay, nobody else tells me what to do. That's how that works. So I think that's it. I think I've gotten. I apologize again for yesterday. Yesterday, this would not have been my message, and that's why I couldn't make a live yesterday, because this is not where I was yesterday. But I was able to process it. I was able to pray about it. Yeah. So Rusty, I was telling everybody about that. We are not sure. What we do know is it was an unidentified black helicopter, no markings. It did come in here. It did come over my Hummer and our little tent where we're staged up to have almost like some shade for volunteers, get them out of the sun. It circled the parking lot 3 times, and which is so a helicopter being, what I want to tell you is, a helicopter flying over has been very normal. We've seen a lot of helicopters, and we've had them. I mean, they've been flying over. News have been flying over. People have been flying over. So this flying over, and then it came in like it was going to land over the Hummer and the our little tent setup that is kind of like a, I don't know if I'd call it a command center, but that's basically what, just our little tent where we have a covered space as well. And it come over, and as long as it was, here, just, whatever, it was fine. But then it did a tilt, and when it did that, it absolutely just, it was so bad. We did have one volunteer that was injured, but the volunteers, everybody else, man, they just like that, man. And we were just put everything back together, and we were open this morning at 10 o'clock. So I'm very thankful for that. We got it all back together. The volunteers, I just can't tell y'all enough. Please keep praying for my volunteers that they will stay strong and keep coming, because this is definitely very intense work. I have definitely hit my exhaustion level and was able to take some time yesterday to decompress and breathe and rest and sleep, because my legs and my feet were so swollen and burning, and that doesn't matter. But anyway, they're taking care of me so I can take care of the community, and I'm so thankful for that. It has definitely evolved into something I could have never imagined, but I am so thankful for that. Yes, Bruce, if you can get me, so the things I'm after right now, what I feel like an immediate need is that I can accept immediately is going to be cook stoves, like your Camping Coleman cook stoves. I need those. I need the gas bottles that go with them. I also need some grill, whatever, you hook it to the grill. Y'all know my husband's in charge of the cooking thing, so I don't really do that. But the things that go to grills, a lot of people are cooking on their grills. So if we could get some of those to hand out, that's all going to be the major immediate things I'd like to do. We do, Rusty, have a clothing distribution set up now. Not my the county. We are putting those. Those are being taken to the Old Burnsville gym. So clothing donations will not be available in the Roses parking lot. I mean, if they come in on something, we will take them over there. Right now, we're still trying to haul everything over there because we have a massive amount of clothing that we're trying to get over there. So that's what we're working on for that. So we're very thankful to have a centralized location managed by the county that is going to be fully ready for close. So we're getting out of here. Thank you to Samaritan's Purse today. You have sent me an incredible team of volunteers. They're absolutely helping us get this place together. Let me see if I can show y'all. NBC News is set up behind me. Let me show you. You see their satellite? You see those black SUVs? Right there. I think they're just watching right now. I don't think I'll be doing any interviews though. I'm not doing this for any kind of anything other than to feed and supply my community. That's it. So, but I still think it's cooler here, like, yeah, show them. So I guess the helicopter did do some good, more eyes on the area so that they, people know there's things going on here. I've been telling y'all this whole time, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something still ain't right. But that's not for me to figure out what it is. All I can tell y'all is I'm here. I'm not going to stop being here. We're going to keep feeding, keep supplying the community. But something ain't right. It's okay. It's okay, David. Thank you. So not just yet. I mean, on donations, I hope to be ready. But I got to get out of this parking lot soon. So not because anybody's telling me to, but I know in the long term, this is not something that is feasible to continue operating. So as long as cars are coming and my community needs me, I just don't know if I'm going to be, how long I'll be able to maintain it in an open air setting like this. Okay, that's my concerns. This public air setting has me some concerns. But we will not stop. I can promise you that. We will not stop. So, that's right. Mountain Fabulous loves. They said we gotta call it something. Well, we just, America. That's all I know to say. This is all Americans coming together and helping with things coming from all over the world. So thank you for giving us a little bit of a pause to get this sorted out, to get this figured out. We've got to do it in a little bit better organization so that we can make sure to meet the needs of our community, especially when the volunteers leave me. Okay? So, all right, friends. They're making a line. I gotta go. I love you so much. I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for everything you've been sending. I'm just so thankful. I'm beyond thankful. Y'all just keep praying. We're gonna still keep praying for no rain. We're gonna keep praying for the devil to get off our heels because we're just here doing God's work. We don't care about that mess. So I love you. Thank you again. And I'll see y'all real soon. As soon as I get something figured out, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted, all right? Thank y'all. See you later.